So again, the blueprint when people first open the door is you're going to do your intro, then you're going to go into price, then you're going to go into service, right? Where you're going to explain what we're doing as far as service. Now this is a good point to start feeling them out to see if they have any interest. And the way that you do that is you ask questions and you assumptively make statements and you look at their body language to see how they respond, right? So it's really important during this phase to see how the prospect is interacting with you and how they're responding. Are they making eye contact? Are they head nodding? Are they thinking like, you know? Or are they just kind of looking off like this or looking down? Are they kind of like motioning to like close the door? Are they waiting to close the door? All that stuff you want to pay attention to right when you're getting further along in your pitch, right? Because by this time, when you get into the service and explaining that, you might have gotten one soft no, one little objection here or there. So what you're doing is going into service, explaining some more things to see if you can generate some interest, right? So we go through intro, then we go through price, then we go into service. Now we're going to explain that we de-web all the spider webs up there. Then we're going to explain that we spray the base of the home. Then we're going to explain that we treat the yard, right? Those are 3 things that we do every time when we come out. But as you're explaining those things, in between each service point, it's important to do a couple of things. One, always finish up explaining by saying, does that make sense? Or by saying, do you see how that works? Or just saying stuff like, it's pretty cool, right? Whatever. But the whole point is you want to get the prospect to answer back, because they're either going to say, yeah, that makes sense, or they're going to say, yeah, but I really don't need it, or yeah, but is it safe for dogs, right? So you want to generate a conversation and see where they're at. You're basically checking their buying temperature, right? So yeah, we're going to de-web all the spider webs up here. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Now the next thing I'm going to do, and by the way, are you guys homeowners or renters? That's called doing a light bulb question as you're explaining the service and basically generating interest and generating a conversation. Because as you're doing your presentation of what we do, you want to make it a dialogue and you want to make it relevant to who that person is, right? So let's say I just explained de-webbing the eaves. Then I'm going down here to the base and I'm saying now we're going to spray the base of the home. My technician, he's got the backpack. I'm sure you've seen those, right? Okay. And we're going to come out here at the base. And by the way, you lived here last summer, right? Okay. Now, when it got really bad, was it more spiders or more ants for you guys? Okay, yeah, ants. Yeah, okay, so you get it. You probably had the ants in the side. That's what we're out here doing to make sure you don't get that this summer. Now, have you ever had a service before? Okay, no? Perfect. You're going to love this. I'm actually surprised you don't have a service. Almost everyone out here does. And the reason why, it's those ants getting in at the base. So like I was saying, we're going to use a power sprayer, or we're going to use a backpack. We're going to come down at the base of the home. So basically what you're doing is you're inserting questions, you're inserting dialogue, and you might strike upon a hot button, or you might strike upon an issue, or they might answer one of those questions, and next thing you know, it turns into a value-building conversation to where you can find something that's actually important to them. Like they might say, yeah, we are homeowners, we just moved in. And you're like, perfect, everyone out here has a service. Then you ask them, did you guys use a service at your previous home? And they say, yeah, we did, but we just don't know what bugs are out here, right? And you're like, oh, well, let me tell you what bugs are out here, okay? So these are a few questions. I'm going to run down the line. But try these out when you're in your service features and benefits and stuff for your pitch. Kind of insert them in there randomly to see if you can get a reaction out of people, get a conversation going. First off, you can say, you lived here last summer, right? And so they say, yeah. Okay, so you know how bad the bugs get. When the bugs get real bad during the summer, for you guys, is it more ants or is it more spiders? Have you ever had a service before? If they say yes, great. Ask them questions, talk about it. Did they like the service? Did they not like the service? Find out if they had a good experience or bad. Find out why they canceled. Why did you cancel? Okay. What was the reason you called them out? All right, cool. And did they come out every month? Okay, every 2 months? Okay, perfect. You're going to love us. That other companies out here, they come out 12 times a year or 6 times a year. With us, we're just doing a seasonal treatment. We're just coming out 4 times a year. And the best part about that is we do a warranty. So if you need us anytime, we come out for free, right? Now you're able to build value based on their responses. Or if you say, have you ever had a service before? And they're like, no. Wow, okay. And any particular reason why? Okay. Well, let me show you why your neighbors do use a service. It's really not because of infestations in the house. You guys have play sets, right? Or patio furniture? Okay, in the backyard. So that's exactly it. The brown widow spiders and the black widows, they like to nest underneath that stuff. And so a lot of the neighbors out here, they have kids. They don't want their kids getting bit by spiders, stuff like that, out in the backyard. Right? So there's another question. If they say no, they never had a service, you can say, let me tell you why you should. Right? Now, are you guys homeowners or renters? Right? If they're a renter, you can give them a renter's discount. If they're homeowners, great, perfect. I'm sure you guys lived here for a while, right? Yeah, you have? Okay, have you ever had a service? Whatever. Get into a conversation about that. Sometimes they'll say, yeah, we're homeowners, we just moved in. That kind of thing, so you can talk about that. Using the bug chart. So as you're going through service, you're talking about the de-webbing. Then you're talking about spraying the base of the home. Then you're talking about treating the yard. Then you pull out the bug chart and you're like, by the way, what is it that you guys see the most? And then put it in their hand, get them talking, try to find some hot buttons, right? Oh, by the way, do you guys have fruit trees in the back? So these are all light bulb questions. I'm explaining the service. I'm trying to get the prospect involved, right? I don't want to do a boring presentation where I'm talking, yeah, we do this, and then we do that, and then we do this, and I'm talking for 10 minutes, and the customer is like thinking, yeah, I have fruit trees. I just need to ask him, like, does he treat for rats, or is he going to spray on the fruit trees, right? So you're asking questions to get them involved and engaged. So yeah, so then we'll come down around the base of the home. We'll make sure and put that foundational treatment around the base, basically keeping the bugs out of the house. But by the way, do you guys have fruit trees in the back? You do? Okay, gotcha. So it's just like all the neighbors. Everyone's been getting rats out here. Now with you guys, have the rats been just around the fruit trees, or have they been in the attic yet? Okay, so you're building value, you're assumptive, you're raising the need for the service, and you're tailoring it around what they're telling you. So those are just some examples of what you can do. The bottom line is, don't have a boring conversation like a boring presentation. Get into a dialogue, a conversation, and tailor that around the service, features, and benefits and the value that you're explaining in your blueprint, right? And then use whatever ammo they're giving you to go right into paperwork. Cool, so you guys are renters. Let me show you how it works. Now right here we're doing a renter's discount, and boom, you go into paperwork and you start using the ammo that they're giving you to go into paperwork and start closing. All right, so hope that helps you guys. Remember to get engaged with your prospect. Ask them good questions. You know how you guys have that ravine behind you? You know how you guys have the park behind you? You know how you guys have like a bunch of the orchards and like that nursery behind you guys? Yeah, it's a ton of bugs out here. And that's why everyone's getting set up with us. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So practice that out there, guys. And give me some feedback on how it's working. Subscribe. Give me some comments. And happy knocking. Let's get some sales. All right, y'all.